I'm 29, married to Leo, who's 31, and we've been together for 5 years. We have 2 kids. Our daughter, Lily, is 5 and has sensory processing issues, and our son, Max, is 10 months old. Life is busy but full of love. We host game nights, barbecues, anything to bring friends together in our cozy suburban home. Lily's needs keep us on our toes. She gets overwhelmed easily, so we use a tablet to help her calm down. It's a lifesaver, even if some folks don't get it. Max is all giggles and sleepless nights. But we're managing. Leo's my rock, though he's quiet. Not one for big crowds. He doesn't have many close friends. Just a tight circle from way back. I've always supported that, even when it meant biting my tongue around certain people. I'm proud of our little family, the home we've built, the way we tackle challenges together. It hasn't always been easy, but it's ours. I still remember meeting Leo 6 years ago at a mutual friend's cookout. He was grilling, shy but charming, and we hit it off over bad puns and cold lemonade. We fell hard and fast, engaged in 6 months. Married a year later. Our wedding was small, just family and close friends, with Lily arriving not long after. We bought our house, a fixer-upper, and spent weekends painting walls and dreaming big. Those early days cemented us as a team. Now, with 2 kids and a packed schedule, we're still in it together, navigating parenthood and keeping our home a safe space. That's what matters most to me. Life with Leo and our kids is my pride, but not everyone in his circle has been easy to deal with. Enter Sarah, Leo's childhood friend. They go way back, sharing memories from middle school sleepovers to high school pranks. She's been a fixture in his life. And because Leo's reserved with few close friends, I've tried to make nice. But Sarah has a knack for getting under my skin with her passive-aggressive jabs, always cloaked as just joking. For years, I've swallowed my irritation to keep the peace. It started small. At a barbecue early in our dating days, Sarah eyed my sundress and said, "Bold choice. Not everyone can pull that off." I brushed it off. Later, when I got a promotion at work, she quipped. Wow, they must be desperate for managers. Each comment stung. But I told myself to let it go. Leo valued her, and I didn't want to rock the boat. Over time, the digs piled up. A smirk about my cooking, a backhanded compliment on our home's quaint decor. I'd smile, change the subject, and vent to my sister later. The worst was at Lily's baby shower. 3 months before she was born, I was glowing, surrounded by friends, opening gifts. Sarah, sipping punch, leaned in and said, "You're so brave doing motherhood your way. I'd be way more hands-on." The room didn't hear, but I felt the knife. I laughed it off, but it burned. Leo, chatting across the room, missed it entirely. He's always missed Sarah's barbs, assuming she's just teasing. I tried talking to him once, early on, but he said, "That's just Sarah. She doesn't mean it." So I stopped bringing it up, bottling my frustration instead. It's not like Sarah's life is perfect. She's single, lives with her cats, and hasn't held a steady job in years. I never judged her for it, but her constant need to poke at me felt personal. By the time we planned the dinner party, I was at my limit. 5 years of her snark had worn me down, and I was done playing nice. I just didn't know how much her next words would push me over the edge. With Sarah's snark already testing my patience, I hoped the dinner party would be a fun escape. We threw open our home last weekend for a lively night with Leo's old friends. The table was packed with pasta, wine, and laughter, the kids playing nearby. Lily, our 5-year-old, was curled up with her tablet, its soft glow calming her sensory overload. Mackin, our baby, napped upstairs. The vibe was warm until Sarah, a few glasses deep, turned it sour. She started with a jab. Leo always said he'd stay single till 35. She slurred, smirking at me. Wild. He settled for someone like you so soon. The table went quiet. My cheeks burned, but Leo squeezed my hand under the table, whispering, "Ignore her. She's drunk." I forced a smile, trying to keep the peace. Then, Sarah zeroed in on Lily, who was happily watching her show. "Wow," Sarah said, loud enough for everyone to hear. "I can't believe you just shove a screen in your kid's face. If I had a child, I'd never let them rot their brain with that garbage." That was it. 5 years of her digs exploded in my chest. "Shut your mouth." "Sarah," I snapped, my voice sharp. "This is my house. my family, and you don't get to judge how I raise my kids. You can't even keep a relationship or live without your cats. So back off." The room froze. Sarah's eyes welled up, and she bolted out, sobbing. Most guests mumbled excuses and followed, leaving the house eerily quiet. Leo looked at me, stunned. "Babe, she was out of line. But did you have to go that hard?" he asked softly. I shook my head, too angry to answer. Lily, sensing the tension, crept over, clutching her tablet. "Mommy, is everything okay?" she whispered. I hugged her tight, guilt creeping in. Had I protected my family, or just made everything worse? The night ended with dishes untouched, and my mind racing, replaying every word. After the dinner party disaster, the house felt like a ghost town, with Sarah's tears and the guests' rushed exits still echoing. Leo broke the silence, his voice gentle but firm. "I get why you're mad," he said, picking up a stray wine glass. "But going after Sarah like that, it was rough." "Bye-bye. She's been depressed since her ex cheated a couple years back." I stared at him, my anger flaring. Sarah's struggles didn't give her a free pass to trash me in my own home. But Leo's words planted a seed of doubt. By morning, my phone was blowing up. Sarah's friends sent texts calling me a monster and demanding I apologize for bullying her. One message read, "You humiliated her in front of everyone, how could you?" I blocked them all, my hands shaking. I wasn't the villain here, was I? Later, I sat Leo down and spilled every snide comment Sarah had made over the years, from the baby shower jab to her quaint decor dig. His jaw dropped. "I had no idea she was like that with you," he said, eyes wide. That night, he blocked Sarah's number, a move that sent shockwaves through his friend group. Texts from mutual friends trickled in, some blaming me, others confused. I felt justified, even triumphant. But a quiet guilt gnawed at me. Had I gone too far, hitting Sarah where it hurt her loneliness, her failed relationships, lying in bed? I thought about Lily, my fierce, sensitive girl. Her tablet wasn't garbage. It was a tool to help her navigate a world that sometimes overwhelmed her. As her mom, I'd do anything to protect her. But did that mean tearing Sarah down? I tossed and turned, torn between pride in standing up for my family and worry I'd crossed a line. Our home was supposed to be a safe space, but now it felt like the epicenter of a fractured circle, and I wasn't sure where we'd go from here. With doubts still swirling from the dinner party fallout, I couldn't shake the tension in our home. 2 days later, I sat Leo down on our couch, the kids asleep upstairs. "I need you to understand," I said, voice steady. "Sarah's been cutting me down for years. Her jokes aren't funny." I listed them: the baby shower jab, the snide decor comments, all the little stings. Leo's face fell. "I'm so sorry," he said, grabbing my hand. I didn't see it. I should have stepped in. He promised to back me up, even if it meant distancing from Sarah. That moment felt like a weight lifting. We were a team again. My phone kept buzzing with messages from mutual friends. Some echoed Sarah's crew, calling me cruel. Others seemed torn, asking what happened. I ignored the haters but replied to one friend, Jenna, who seemed open. "Sarah insulted my parenting and marriage in my own house." I texted. I snapped after years of her digs. Jenna didn't push, just said she'd talk to others. I hoped she'd spread the truth. Then Sarah called. I almost didn't answer, but I wanted to set things straight. "Sarah," I said firmly, "your comments were out of line. You don't get to judge my family, and I won't take any more snark." She stammered, blaming the wine and claiming I overreacted. "You hurt me first," she said. I didn't budge. "Respect my boundaries, or we're done." She hung up, and I felt a mix of relief and frustration she hadn't really heard me. Later, I sat with my laptop, researching sensory processing support groups for Lily, reading other parents' stories, how they used tablets, music. Anything to help their kids made me feel stronger. Lily wasn't rotting her brain. She was coping, and I was doing my best. In bed that night, I replayed my words to Sarah. Part of me wanted to apologize for hitting so hard. Her loneliness wasn't my fault, but it was a low blow. Still, her disrespect had pushed me too far. I wasn't sorry for standing my ground, just for how the night unraveled. With Leo by my side and a plan to protect our peace, I felt ready to move forward, even if the friend group stayed messy. Moving forward from the tense days after the dinner party, Leo and I focused on rebuilding our peace. 3 weeks later, Sarah was out of our lives, respecting the no-contact boundary I'd set. Mutual friends whispered she was struggling, still hurt from our clash. But I couldn't carry her pain, she'd crossed a line, and I stood by my choice. Our friend group split down the middle, some stuck by Sarah, painting me as the bad guy. Others reached out, apologizing for not stepping in that night. One friend, Mike, texted, "We should have shut Sarah down. Sorry we left you hanging." Their support meant a lot, even if the group would never be the same. I found strength in a new routine. I joined a local parenting support group for kids with sensory issues, meeting moms and dads who got it. One mom shared how her son used a tablet to cope, just like Lily. "You're not failing her," she said. "You're helping her thrive." Those words hit home. I came back with new strategies, sensory breaks, weighted blankets, and felt like a better mom. Lily noticed, too. One evening, as she played with her tablet, she looked up, worried. "Is my screen bad?" "Mommy," I knelt beside her, heart full. "No, sweetie," I said. "It helps you feel calm, and that's perfect." "You're perfect," she hugged me, and that bond felt stronger than ever. Leo stepped up, too. He planned a small barbecue with our closest friends, the ones who had our backs. Laughter filled our backyard again, no drama in sight. It reminded us we didn't need a big circle, just a real one. Meanwhile, I started therapy, needing to unpack the anger and guilt from that night. In my first session, I spilled everything. Sarah's jabs, my outburst, the fallout. The therapist nodded. "You protected your space, but your human guilt's normal. Focus on what keeps your family strong." She was right. I didn't owe Sarah my peace. Journaling helped. Too, I wrote about Lily's smile, Leo's loyalty, and let go of the noise from Sarah's defenders. Our home was ours again, and I was learning to guard it without regret. Building on the strength we found 3 weeks after the dinner party, Leo and I have spent the last 2 years shaping a life we love. Our marriage is stronger than ever, anchored by trust and teamwork. We've built a tight-knit circle of friends who lift us up, letting go of toxic dynamics like Sarah's. No more walking on eggshells. We host game nights and barbecues with people who respect our home and family. It's a smaller group, but it's real, and that's enough. Sarah's a ghost from the past now. She pops up at mutual friends' events sometimes, but she keeps her distance. Honoring the boundaries I set, I'm indifferent. Honestly, I've moved on. I don't wish her ill, but I don't miss her either. One quiet evening, I sat at our kitchen table and wrote her a letter I'll never send. "Sarah," I wrote, "I forgive you for the hurt, but I'll never let anyone disrespect my family again. I choose peace." Putting those words down gave me closure. Like closing a book I'd left open too long. Lily's thriving, and that's my greatest pride. At 7, she's mastering her sensory challenges with tools we've fine-tuned: tablets, weighted vests, and a quiet corner at school we fought for. I've become her advocate, meeting with teachers to ensure her needs are met. "You're so strong, Lily," I tell her, and her smile lights me up. Max, now too, is a whirlwind of energy, keeping us laughing. Parenting isn't perfect, but I'm confident in our choices, thanks to the support group that's become my lifeline. Leo and I celebrate our resilience. That night with Sarah could have broken us, but it made us tougher. We talk openly now, no secrets, and lean on each other through life's chaos. Last month, we renewed our vows in a small backyard ceremony. Just us, the kids, and our closest friends. It was a promise to keep choosing each other, no matter what. Looking back, I've learned hard lessons. Standing up for myself was worth it, even if my words to Sarah were sharp. Prioritizing my family over drama is non-negotiable, and building a community of respect. That's the foundation of our happiness. I'm not the woman who bit her tongue for years. I'm stronger, surer, and surrounded by love. Our home is our sanctuary, and I'll guard it fiercely, always.